There we go. And it stopped recording. See, that's what you rolled up on top of.
You're saying that's what the axle was on?
Leaf spring was sitting on top of that. So when you started pulling it back, I could see that's what was.
We're molesting the Willys a little bit. I feel like he doesn't deserve this. I might have been it some, I don't know. Farther. I said it went in a little farther. You're happy. I was really afraid that fender was like shoved against the wall.
You're getting close.
I just hope it didn't bend it under the water line, where you can't see it. It might have. I think I need to run it over there to that tray. You know?
Yeah, probably from here.
Yeah, I think so. Really hope that fender's not bent under the water line. That's why you need a PTO winch. We'd already be out if we had the PTO winch. Well, we still got the come along here set up. Trying to extract my Willy from a muddy hole. The first time was my fault. I'm blaming the second time on Brian because he encouraged me to go through it the second time. And it did go farther than before. My exhaust is completely underwater. Both axles, probably the bottom of the transmission. I had to prop a tripod up on the gas pedal to keep it running so water didn't flood into the exhaust. It's still idling right now if you can hear it. So I'm thinking about doubling this line up so make it easier to pull on it. But we've got it farther out than it was. And this is what I was really worried about was this fender right here. I wasn't sure if it had made contact with this wall, because this whole step right here is completely, you see it's covered in mud, it was completely submerged. It was almost running in the door of the cab. But I got high centered. There's a big rut right over here on this side, and there's a big hump in the center. So I got high centered on that. But Jubal's kept running the whole time. Don't want to flood the engine with muddy water, so we got that stick propped in there on the gas pedal. I was just taking a break because it's hard on an old man trying to extract his Willy. But we're gonna get him out here in just a minute. So I was gonna get back to come along. Damn, that one's made to the line. I can't take that one off. I was gonna take it off so I could, this one works better. That's bullshit. I shouldn't try to back it up some, see if it'll come out.
That or maybe cut the wheels back straight. All right, and she's free.
Is it on the come along?
You just missed it. All right, you're clear. Yeah, you just missed running over the come along.
I thought I did. I felt it lift up.
Well, way to go, Wyatt.
That wasn't too bad. Maybe we didn't do anything. I need to change my differential fluid, check the tranny and transfer case fluid, make sure it's not full of muddy water. That's all right, I need to change it anyway. So. Muddy, but it doesn't appear to hurt anything.
No, I believe you got out unscathed.
It must have just been hung on the leaf springs because the transmission bottoms aren't muddy, differentials aren't muddy. Just a little bit on the front differential because it was tilted forward. So I think the back's out. Probably just change it in the front. Check it.
That's what you get for sticking your Willy in your dirty hole.
It's true. You gotta be careful with your Willy. It'll get you in trouble sometimes. They've been known to do that. One minute a man thinks he's invincible, next thing you know, your muddy hole comes after your Willy. It's all right, we'll give him a booster shot. He'll be all right. I think I've had enough fun at this spot. Let's load up, move on. You put a damn sticker right there, a sign says "Do not enter."
Adventures in overlanding.
See, if we just had a bumper jack, that's all you needed was a bumper jack. Have it mounted up there on the hood, a light bar would have helped, you know. Have zero issues if you had a light bar and a bumper jack. I mean, that's what all the kids in Buckhead have, so why wouldn't we have it? I'm just glad I brought these because I almost didn't. I was like, nah, we're not gonna do nothing sketch. That's what happens. We can ratchet it up anytime. Too old for this. Jubal appears to be in good running order. So the whole time he was buried in the mud down there, my exhaust was underwater. So I didn't want it to back flood into the engine. So, I mean, you could hear it gurgling. It was actually back here. I should have filmed it, but it was spitting water between the gaps in the wood. Well, it was in the water, so I took a tripod and propped it up against the gas pedal to keep it, the RPMs up, so it wouldn't quit, because I didn't want it flooding back into the engine, because then you're really screwed. But we probably drove it a half mile since we got it out, and it seems to be running fine. A little dirty. This fender scared me. I know I said it earlier, but this fender scared me, because when I went in the whole truck tilted like that, and I just knew this fender was touching the bank. But it wasn't. That's a good thing about the wheel spacers I put on here, is it puts the tire actually just, when the tire's straight, it's actually just barely past. So the tire is going to hit before the fender does, which is good. But don't appear to have any broken steering linkage. Don't appear to have any broken leaf springs. Engine appears to be all right. So I'm gonna let him sit here for a minute and cool down, because he ran there for about an hour while I was trying to get him unstuck. I had to hook those come-alongs. I brought two. Those are called more power pullers. They're really expensive come-alongs, these right here. They've been making them, I think, since the 30s. And, I mean, they're just rated for, like, an insane amount of pull. I didn't have a tow strap with me, or else I wouldn't have hooked them together. I would have just used one of them. One of those is my brother's, the older one. The newer one's mine. I think mine cost me like $350 or $400 or something, but I've used it over and over for all kinds of stuff. Pulling trucks on the trailers, pulling trucks out of mud holes. Ideally, I wouldn't have hooked it that way, hooked them together, but it's all I had, and I got to get the truck out. So the only thing real sketchy about that is if that cable that's old and ragged and will stab you in the hand and stuff, if it just decided to break, you know, it wouldn't kill you. It'd make you unattractive to the women. So that'd be a problem, you know, because I'm already bad enough looking as it is. I don't need any help. At first, this was buried underneath, so I hooked it around here, just hooked it around where I could get to the frame, and it was scaring me, because I was thinking it was actually bending the frame, this cross member, but it really shouldn't, because it's supported on the back. Right here's the support. It's supported here. After that, I hooked it in the center for a little while, and then I had to rehook the whole system. So then I hooked it on the ball, and the ball, of course, is pulling on the whole length of the cross member. So I think we're all right. You can see years ago where somebody just hooked a hook on it right there and bent it up. So he's gonna need a bath when we get back home, running through the car wash and getting clean again. I probably need to take the front wheels off and take a look at the bearings, make sure they're not filled with mud. So those are new bearings, so I don't want them to get them, you know, full of nasty mud water and whatnot. And I'll probably drain the front differential. I'll look at the tranny and all that, because I don't want all that crap full of mud and water and stuff. It just causes problems we don't need. But that second mud hole coming out, or the first mud hole coming out, I thought it might get stuck in it, but it didn't get high centered. So that really appears to be what was happening, is the front axle was sitting in the mud, and I just couldn't get any pulling power in the front at all. And the rear axle all the way to the truck's tilted forward, so it doesn't have any weight on it at all, so it's not doing any good, really. So, but it doesn't matter. We got the truck out. we're cruising. Like I said, I'm going to let him cool down for a minute because he's done good. He needs a rest. He's an old man, you know. So, thank God I brought the come-alongs because I almost didn't bring them. Which, if I didn't have them with me, I wouldn't have tried that mudhole. But I felt it with a stick to start with, and it felt solid, but I got a little too far over, and it just had like a crust in there, I guess, and so it wasn't solid at all. We're over here. Sorry, I was looking at this little camp spot. It comes up, does a roundabout right here. It's kind of a neat spot. But anyway, I'm gonna sit here for a minute, drink some water, smoke a cigar, let it cool down a little bit. I think Jubal deserves a rest. It's quite a sight there though, isn't it? Looks good, a little dirty like that. Beat of the Ryan right there with a stogie. But anyway, I'll get back with you once we start traveling again. Well, Jubal is safe on the trailer. We went on up after after that last segment there. I went up to the top of this mountain. I'm not sure what the elevation was, but went up a good ways, several miles. Did some exploring. It kept going, but it's starting to get late, so we decided to turn around and get back. Jubal's done exceptionally well again. Through rampant abuse, it's done well, so we don't want to push our luck too much, but brakes working good, alternators working good. Didn't tear nothing up, getting it stuck in the mud hole. So we're gonna go ahead and strap him down and put it in the wind. But got some pretty good mud action on here. But I have to give it a nice bath when we get back next few days. But anyway, this is Ray Clay Traveler signing out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Smash it like you mean it. Alright? And also hit the like button. That'd be cool too.